Rashika Dutta will now respond on behalf of the students.
Thank you so much, Rupinder. Hello and welcome, King's Business School, class of 2024. A huge congratulations to all the students who made it up here. And a special thank you to all the parents, loved ones, and King staff, without whom none of this would have been possible. So a big round of applause for yourselves. There was a time when I did not think I would have been sharing this moment with you. That time was precisely 10 p.m. on the 10th of July. I was in the 4th floor trading room, completely discharged and stressed about finding 3 things. Some data that would be relevant for my dissertation, of course, a job, and a purpose in life. Well, the last bit might sound a bit dramatic, but being an international student in finance, like the many of us in this room, I was very conscious that I had taken a risk. And I was wondering, would there be a reward? As it is, it's tough to juggle classes, assignments, job hunts, socializing while being homesick, and to adjust to new people. And of course, how can I forget the weather in the city? It's really disgusting. But for me, there was an even bigger risk. My secret? I was always terrible at and terrified of math. In fact, in my final year of high school, my parents were sent a letter of warning and condolence about my math scores. I had barely managed to escape through, and I thought that was the last time I was dealing with math. How naive. Cut to college and another failed math paper. This time it could actually impact my chances of getting a job interview for graduation. But then a month later, when I sat for CFA Level 2 and I failed at quants yet again, that was perhaps the turning point in my life. I thought I'll take a break and I'll forget about all the mathematics and statistics. So that was it. Then a year later, when I started working at UBS with people who literally had PhD in mathematics, that's when I started thinking, maybe maths isn't what it looks like. I started thinking of maths with a different lens, from a lens of finance. So I realized maths isn't just about calculating the area under a curve through integration. It was way beyond that. And that's when it struck me, this was good. Maths wasn't that bad, perhaps. So I took the risk of applying for a finance program, hoping and praying I wouldn't need to be a math genius to take electives like financial econometrics or mathematical finance, which, by the way, every professor here tried to warn me about. But then I took those subjects with the hope that a little bit of guts would help me clear the papers. So in the moment of an existential crisis during the month of July, if I'd been thinking more clearly, there were already things I could put on the reward side of the risk versus reward calculation. And that little reward was that there was joy in the less than moment perfect moments. Joy in handing the group assignments 2 minutes before deadline. Joy in pulling an all-nighter at mall library. Or just simpler joys like waiting at the bus stop with friends on a cold wintry night. There was a community we built, a sense of belonging we had, not just through taking exams at Excel, which was, by the way, so far off, but also in the classes and the social parties and club events we had. Remember those Strand campus wristbands we bought during the first week, which we thought we could attend every party possible, but not more than 3 consecutive in reality? And although I did not know it yet on the 10th of July, the big reward turned out to be pretty decent math marks in those papers and a pretty decent job at Goldman Sachs. So now, usually in the world of finance, we never mention the word guarantee. Because like every investment has its risk, every promise has its uncertainty. So not to mention our success is eventually guaranteed, but perhaps not in the way we would have thought of. The definition of success is different for everybody. And with time, this definition just keeps on changing. What I mean is, what success looks to me like today might not be success for me tomorrow. And that's absolutely okay. What I can though guarantee is that every and each one of us sitting here is destined to make an impact. But how can I be so sure? Because we took a calculated risk. The risk of coming here, taking this program, and we did the hard work to pay off that risk. Remember those derivative payoff diagrams of call and put options? It's exactly like that, both professionally and in a personal world. Not all risk is good, nor is the fear of it. Striking a balance between the two is absolutely essential. So before I leave you all to enjoy this day to the fullest, I just want to say how happy I am to be here with the King's Graduation Ceremony 2024. It takes me back to the induction week where everything was so new. We were full of ambition, not that we are not right now, but with a sense of familiarity and a sense of warmth between us, which we can actually cherish for years to come. So cheers to all of us graduating. Thank you, and I wish you all the very, very best.